Hello students, in this video we'll study about the regulation of gene expression. That means how the gene expression is controlled or how a group of genes are do their work functions for controlling a particular metabolic activities. So here we can see the polypeptide chain formation, how it is regulated, how it is controlled. Here in prokaryotes there are only in the transcriptional level this gene regulation takes place, but in case of eukaryotes the regulation of gene can be controlled at 4 levels. The 4 levels are at transcriptional level, that means formation of mRNA from DNA, that level is known as transcriptional level. Now after the formation of this mRNA, in case of eukaryotes it is not mRNA, it is in the form of hnRNA, which will undergo some modification to form the mature mRNA, and that includes splicing, heading and tailing. So splicing, so some of this gene regulation takes place at this splicing level also. Then after that formation of when the mRNA, mature RNA is formed, then it will transferred from nucleus to cytoplasm. So that time also some of the gene regulation will be occurred. Then at the 4th level, that is translation level, that means during the translation of the base pair of mRNA into the sequence of amino acid in polypeptide chain. So at these 4 levels this gene expression will take place. For this now a group of genes which are working together to control any metabolic activities is known as operon. So operon is a group of genes which are working together to control any metabolic activities. This operon having the components, that is operator, promoter, repressor, inducer. Now operator will give operator is there, then promoter is present just beside this operator, then repressor will inhibit the process by it will bind to the operator region. This repressor is formed by a particular gene known as I gene, and the repressor's function is to prevent that particular activity, so it is known as inhibitor also. And inducer is the thing or the substance which will induce the reaction, which will increase the rate of reaction, metabolic activities. So these are the components of the operon. Now to explain this, we'll take one example of lac operon in bacteria. Lac operon, lac is for lactose. The lactose in case of bacteria, lactose is broken down into its component, that is glucose and galactose. For this one enzyme is required, and that enzyme is known as beta-galactosidase. Now for this glucose when it will broken down into glucose and galactose, it will provide energy, and this is the source of energy for bacteria for its activity. So this source of energy is lactose. For that one enzyme is required, that is beta-galactosidase. Now how this beta-galactosidase will work? For that a group of genes are there, and that is known as lac operon. Now components of this lac operon we can see here. I is the inhibitor gene which will undergo transcription process, and then it will give rise to the mRNA, and this will give rise to repressor. Now this protein is known as repressor protein. Now if repressor protein is formed, then this repressor will go to this operator region here, O for operator, and when it will come here, then the promoter will not start its functions. So if the operator region is occupied by this repressor protein, the function of this repressor protein is to prevent the function, because O and P, operator and promoter, both are present adjacent to each other. Now when this repressor is here, then occupied here, then the promoter will stop its functions, and the structural genes, that is ZYA. So in case of lac operon, components are inhibitory gene I, P promoter to start to initiate the functions, metabolic activities, O is the operator region, and then beside this 3 structural genes are present in lac operon, Z, Y and A. This Z is when the Z is responsible for give rising to the enzyme, that is beta galactosidase, Y for permease and A for trans-acetylase. Now, if we can see that when the operator, this repressor gene is occupied this space, that is operator region, then promoter will not do its activity, not initiate the functioning. In that case, Z, Y and A will not undergo any transcription or translation, and all these 3 enzymes will not be synthesized, and the activity will not proceed. But when we are inducing some lactose or allolactose in the system, they act as the inducer, and then that time what will happen, the lactose will, when the I protein will form this repressor, the lactose will bind with it and it will not allow repressor to join here to occupy this position, and now the operator is lagged, it is lagged. In this case, the promoter will starts its functioning, metabolic activities, and it will initiate the function. Now the Z, Y and A all will undergo the process of transcription. They will form the mRNA, and all these 3 RNA, the Z will, through the mRNA, it will form the enzyme B, beta galactosidase, Y will form the, synthesize the enzyme, that is permease, and A will form the trans-acetylase. Now all these 3 enzymes are required for the breakdown of this lactose into glucose and galactose. For that, permease, the function of permease is to, it is increasing the permeability of the cell for the enzyme beta galactosidase. This way all these 3 enzymes are required for the metabolism of lactose, and in this way we can see a group of these genes, that is I gene, P promoter, O operator, and the structural genes Z, Y, A are the group of genes which act, which functions as an operon. That's why it is known as lac operon. Now here inducer is lactose or allolactose. When lactose is provided in the system, then only it will induce the functioning. That's why it is known as inducer type of operon. So lactose is inducer here, and in absence of inducer, the function will not, the metabolism of this lactose will not occur, because the operator region is occupied by the repressor protein. In this way, we can see how the gene expression takes place in E. coli, that is lac operon. In this slide, we can see the lac operon, that is the metabolism of lactose, breakdown of lactose into glucose and galactose, which occurs in E. coli, which is the source of energy. Here lactose is the inducer, and we can see the this lac operon consists of this promoter, regulator, then operator. Then after the structural genes are Z, Y and A. So Z is for the formation of the enzyme beta galactosidase, Y is for permease, and A is for trans-acetylase. All these 3 enzymes are required for the process of metabolism of lactose. And here we can see that this promoter, this regulator region, it will form the, this is the I gene, which will form the repressor. After transcription, it will form the repressor, and the repressor will bind here near the promoter region, and it will stop the process of the functioning of these structural genes. But if the lactose is supplied in the system, lactose is an inducer, this lactose will combine with this repressor and inhibit the process of transcription. Now due to that, the promoter, the operator will do its functioning, and no hindrance, no inhibition will be there on all these three genes will undergo the process of transcription and translation, and the enzymes will be produced, and that's why it is known as inducible type of lac operon. This slide is showing the location of the lac operon, different genes location in lac operon. This is promoter, beside that operator where the repressor binds, then all these three structural genes, that is Z, Y and A. Now when no lactose is supplied, when lactose is absent, then the lac repressor binds tightly to the operator region here, and it will prevent the RNA polymerase to produce three enzymes, so structural genes will not function. And if lactose is supplied, that is allolactose, then this lactose will bind with the lac repressor which is produced by this I gene or the regulatory gene, then, and it will prevent the repressor, lac repressor, to bind over here, that is operator, and thus these three structural genes will undergo the process of transcription as well as translation, and in this way all the three enzymes will be produced, that is beta galactosidase, then permease and transacetylase. All these three enzymes are required for the metabolism of lactose to break down the lactose into glucose and galactose, which is the source of energy. In this way the lac operon operates. In absence of lactose, all these three structural genes will not function, and if lactose is supplied or allolactose, then all these three enzymes will functions.